Hey guys, this is Team 6pm-3, and we were working on mainly the tutor notes feature. I'm Arnav, and the rest of my team is Martine, Max, Zion, Yuhan, and Clifford. So I'll start off with talking about some of the initial starter stories features that we added. So the first one was making this user login admin table sortable. So as a user, I can sort each of these columns using like the timestamp, email, first name, last name criteria. So for example, I can sort it and it'll be in reverse alphabetical order, starting with Z and going all the way down to A. And then the next starter story that we added was adding these arrows to the course table. So initially it was using like custom sort carrots that were self-implemented, but we found out that React had these like built-in arrows that we could use, and this would make the website more professional and the code base a little cleaner. And then the final starter story that we added was making the notifications that pop up disappear automatically. So for example, if I make a new tutor, make a new tutor right now, it'll pop up as a notification right there. And as you can see, that little bar goes all the way to all the way down. And then as it goes away, it'll disappear automatically. So before it would just stack up all the notifications unless you like click the X. So as you can see, it goes away automatically now. And then from here, I'll move on to the tutor notes page that we spent like most of our time implementing. So we added this page to the navigation bar as a separate category. And the idea was that a tutor, for example, like a TA or an instructor for a specific course. So in this example, it would be Professor Conrad for the 156 fall quarter, could add any message that they wanted to the course as like feedback or comments for other instructors or learning assistants to see and like take notice on how they could like change teaching processes or like how the course generally played out in previous quarters, stuff like that. So now I'll go through an end-to-end demo of how to add a new tutor note. So the first step would be creating a new tutor, which we just did. And then from there, I would assign this new tutor to a course. So I just made myself a tutor and I'll assign myself to, this course, for example, and it would just take in the tutor's email. So after I type that in, and I'll just make myself a TA, it creates a new tutor assignment right here. So this is the tutor that I just created myself, and then it just links to this course. So now from here, I would create new office hours for myself and select the tutor. So I would select the course that I just added myself to. And as you can see, it shows a list of all of the tutors for that course. And then I'll just use the example start times. Everything else is default. Okay. So now, as you can see, it creates a new office hour for Arnav Naidu for CompSci 148, Monday, 12 to 1. So from here, what I can do is go to tutor notes and create a new tutor note. And the office hours selector is another component that we designed ourselves. So this basically takes in an array of office hours from the user. So because this is the only office hour I have, because I just created it in this demo, it automatically selects it and it lets me write the image I want. So I'll just write a test, for example. And as you can see, it adds it in right here. And the office hours selector basically just lets you link like your office hours to your profile as a user. And then finally, as the last step of our like tutor notes demo, we added this delete function where any user can delete like their messages and it just goes away. And it doesn't delete anything else. As you can see, the office hours and the course selection, everything else remains the same. And if I wanted to add a new message, I could. Yeah, so as a full walkthrough, that's how it works. And I think that's pretty much it.
So I'm Zion, and I worked mainly on the front end. And some of the challenges, the bigger challenges that we ended up facing during this project were initially when me, Martin, and Arnav wrote the tutor notes page. Um, we used a bar for tutors and a bar for courses, so that you could choose which tutor you were and then which course you wanted to write a note about, and then write a note for that course. This from a user perspective doesn't really make any sense because every tutor is already logged in into their account, and we were quickly informed that we had to completely revamp the way our tutor notes page looked. So we just had to scrap a lot of code, which was one challenge. Another challenge was the fact that while we were working on the front end, we had another team working on the back end. And so the entire time our front end was being created, we had no back end to test it on. So we ended up having to make a storybook just to be able to see the table that you see right there before the back end was ever pushed to main. And then obviously, I think probably many other teams will agree that one of the other challenges we faced was just getting code cov to work. It just always feels like it doesn't. Our tests are just never enough, no matter what we do.